Hi, my name is Will. I'm from iZotope. I'm a product specialist for iZotope, and this is a brief introduction to our newest vocal mixing tool, Nectar3. Nectar3 is the sequel to Nectar2, so it is designed specifically for voice to get your vocals sitting in the mix, as well as giving you professional clarity and polish quickly and easily. So right away, Nectar2 offers a fully resizable interface. It offers a series of modules on the top designed for mixing vocals. Right away, by default, we have a pitch correction module, an EQ module. We offer a compressor. We also have de-essing, delay, modulation, such as chorus. We offer gate, a harmony engine, which lets you generate additional voices for unison vocals or harmonies, a reverb module, and a saturation module for distortion. Vocal Assistant allows you to essentially mix a vocal quickly by using a machine learning algorithm to analyze your voice and recommend the best settings. So here I have a vocal. You can hear it.
I'm feeling distant. Can't make this real. You keep on wishing.
So we're going to run Vocal Assistant on this track. We click Assist and click Next, and then we choose a vibe: vintage warmth, modern pop, or if this were a dialogue track, spoken word, then we provide clarity for dialogue. And then you select your intensity: light, moderate, or aggressive. I'm going to choose moderate. And you click Next. It's in the center. You'll have to play the audio through it. And then Vocal Assistant will work to determine the best setting automatically.
Make this real.
You're going to hear a lot of volume jumps. That's because Nectar is dialing in settings in real time. You can see the various steps that it's going through to mix the vocal, such as subtractive EQ, automatically learning thresholds for gate and compression, analyzing the input level to determine an input gain, and then finally getting just the right amount of reverb. It'll finish up in just 1 second. You've probably heard some pretty big changes already, and you can see that now we have various modules set up across the vocal track in order to mix it. So we have an EQ that has been automatically added to reduce resonance. We have another EQ that has been added to boost the tonal quality and character. You'll see that some of these modes are dynamic. The EQ nodes can dynamically respond to either the harmonic content from left to right as the harmonics move up and down, or it can respond to the dynamic character of that particular frequency, as you can see here, with the node moving up and down instead of left to right. Nectar3 can also provide unmasking from other tracks, so it not only makes your vocal sound good in isolation, but also across your entire mix, as I'll show you. What we have here is a vocal track and a marimba track. Oops. I'm going to solo both of these. And you can hear a vocal and a marimba happening at the same time. So we can have the, in this case, the marimba is providing masking for the vocal. It's overlapping the vocal and making it slightly harder to hear. So what Nectar3 can do is, through its Vocal Assistant, you can enable an unmask mode. And then on the track that's masking the vocal, you can insert Isotope Relay, which is a plugin that's included for free with Nectar3. This is Relay. Now Relay has some functions, but in this case, its main function is to unmask the vocal from the marimba. So what we're going to do is engage Vocal Assistant again, and then we're going to choose an unmasked source, that being the marimba, and then we're going to run Vocal Assistant. And you'll notice that, like last time, we're mixing the vocal in isolation with all of these different parameters, but we're also going to unmask the vocal by applying processing to the marimba track through Relay. So it'll just take 10 seconds or so to get the machine learning to learn the vocal again. And then it's going to go through its unmasking. So I'll show you how this actually sounds. So now Nectar has provided the settings inside of Nectar, but also we have Relay, and Relay now says unmasking vocals Nectar3. So I'm going to give you an example of without masking. See, without this masking enabled, the marimba is slightly masking the vocal, but now we can turn on unmasking, sorry. And what's happening is that inside of Relay, there is processing going on that is subtracting frequencies that are getting in the way of the vocal. So normally doing this by without tools like this would require a lot of careful listening. This does it automatically. So Nectar3 is able to communicate across your session to make your vocals easier to hear. So I'll just do a before example, and then an after example. You'll notice that the marimba is now a lot less apparent in the mix. And then in the context of the whole mix, we will turn off all of our processing that we've just done. So this is before, the vocal's hard to hear. And this is after. There's a definite difference, and now we have a vocal that's essentially mixed well. And we're not trying to finish the mix for you. You can certainly go back into Nectar and adjust your settings and change characteristics if you wish. You can also add additional creative effects such as harmony that will allow you to add harmony stacks on top of your vocal up to 8 voices, or you can add additional saturation or other characteristics. So it's both a creative tool and a surgical mixing tool that will really help you in your mix and speed up your workflow. And that's Nectar3. Thanks.